No time for an intro in conference championship weekend. I mean, holy shit, this was a game that was not supposed to go this way. I thought the Commanders were going to keep this game closer than it actually was, but I was so wrong. I was so wrong. Giants fans, I can't imagine what y'all are going through right now. Having to watch Saquon Barkley score 3 touchdowns. I guess it makes it better. It's on a division opponent. But golly, dude. This game for the Commanders was just not it. Having 0 turnovers through the entire postseason, and then coming out here and having, 3 or 4 in the NFC Championship game? It was honestly just disappointing. But I knew from the start that Saquon was going to take over. I was huffing on the hopium a little bit because Washington, they got a great story going, but I knew the Eagles were going to win this game. But holy shit, I'm not even going to get to the final score right now. Just, this game was close. And I thought, I was like, oh, okay. And I'm gonna be honest, I took a nap. It wasn't the best day today. I was a little bit tired, so I took a nap while this game was happening. It was like right after the missed field goal, and I was like, okay, this game's still close. And then I wake up, and they're winning by 30 points. And I sat there, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? Because I really thought that the Commanders were going to keep this game close. They looked like they were going to keep this game close. Now, after that missed 2-point conversion, I was like, okay, maybe not. But holy shit. Like I said in my predictions video, if the Eagles can just get the air attack going and they can match that with the ground game, they're going to be extremely dominant. And I don't think Jalen Hurts had the greatest game of all time, but through the air, he was definitely a lot more serviceable than he has been in recent weeks. And that's what's going to carry them in the Super Bowl. If they can match that ground game with a strong pass game, they're going to be just fine. But I still can't wrap my head around the fact that they scored 55 points. And Marshawn Lattimore was giving A.J. Brown a hug, apparently. I don't know what that beef is all about, but it's just been crazy. And let's just go back to the Washington side of it. This team wasn't meant to be here. I mean, I'm not saying they didn't earn being here, but they weren't meant to be here at the beginning of the season. Everybody thought this team was a 5-win team at best, but they have turned out to be one of the best teams in the NFC. I mean, if you look at it, they're the second best team in the NFC. I take that as a win if I'm a Commanders fan. Now, getting embarrassed on national television isn't always the best thing, but it could be worse. Y'all could have been embarrassed all year and won like 5 games and then would have had a question at head coach and a question if Jayden Daniels is legit. Jayden Daniels is the legitimate future of the Washington Commanders. That's the consensus. I know that, but I want to put that out there just to be as concise as I can. The Washington Commanders will be a good football team. Now, they need to address defense pretty badly, and this is why. Their run defense against the Eagles and just in general this year has been putrid. And I mean, there's only so much Jayden Daniels can do to keep up with this team. Like, Jayden Daniels was not going to score more than 50 points against this Eagles defense, the number 1 defense in the league. So you have to get Jayden Daniels help on the other side of the ball. And Jayden Daniels needs another target besides Terry McLaurin. And De'Ami Brown. He needs somebody who's a legit number 2 wide receiver that he can throw the ball to. De'Ami Brown made a crazy mistake earlier in this game, fumbling the ball on just a pretty much basic routine catch and run. So I don't understand where that came from, and I don't understand where all these turnovers came from. But if you get Jayden Daniels help on the defensive side of the ball, and you get him another receiver to throw to, and a little bit more offensive line help, he is going to be an incredible quarterback in this league. I think that Jayden Daniels is going to win a Super Bowl within the next 3 to 4 years. And that's coming from a Chiefs fan who I hope the Chiefs win the Super Bowl every year. I know that's not realistic, but that's just my delusion. I think that Jayden Daniels will win a Super Bowl in the next 3 to 4 years, and we can come back to this video when that happens or when it doesn't happen. I don't care. I have faith in this Washington team, and I think they're going to go really far. But for now, the Eagles are headed to the Super Bowl. Holy shit. Now we get into the game that just ended not too long ago, and I had to calm down before I made this video because I didn't want the Chiefs glaze to be too much, but They honestly played a phenomenal game compared to what we have seen throughout this entire season. Mahomes had 2 rushing touchdowns on the ground, and that didn't make any sense. Mahomes had 2 rushing touchdowns and was phenomenal through the air. And that's not something we see very often out of Mahomes. But that's just what happens with this Chiefs team. And I said it in my prediction video. They turn it on when it comes to the playoffs. Our defense, letting up 29 points against one of the best offenses in the league is expected. But the fact that the Chiefs offense turned it on to where they scored 32 points and were able to top this Bills team was just incredible. If we look at it through the lens of what this season has been, the Chiefs, in all rights, don't deserve to be in the Super Bowl. They were terrible most of the year, just squeaking out wins, which I know is the definition of a good football team, but any casual football enjoyer will tell you that the Chiefs are carried by the refs, and they all win all these close games, and they don't deserve to be going to the Super Bowl. But this is what those results get you. The Chiefs know how to win close games, and we knew coming into this game that this Buffalo game was going to be a close game. No matter what. I did not think that the Chiefs were going to win by more than 3 points. And I called this. I called it in my prediction video. I said that this was going to end by a touchdown. Now, and I was extremely close on this prediction. It ended 32-29. I predicted 31-28. So I was right on the money right there. And I mean, who's gonna tell me that I was wrong about this? I've been predicting the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl this season, all season. Now, they got 1 game left. They got to go win it. But against this Eagles team, I'm not sure. I think we got a shot. Let's fucking go. I'm just excited, okay? As a Chiefs fan, you always got to be excited. And don't even say, oh, you guys have won 2 in a row. Okay, listen. I'm 17 years old. I had to suffer through 10 years of bad Chiefs football. Now, I was a kid and didn't really understand it, but now looking back, I watched every single Chiefs game I could on television. And I've never actually been to a Chiefs game. Being from Kansas City, Missouri, I've never been to one, which is strange, I know. But I had to suffer through that, and it wasn't really suffering because I didn't understand, but now looking back, that shit sucked. I mean, that age of Chiefs football was just bad. And now I'm learning to appreciate these next couple years because I don't know if the Chiefs are going to be great for the next however long. Anyways, Chiefs rant aside, let's talk about the Bills. Major respect to Josh Allen and the Bills. They have always fought their heart out whenever it comes to playing against Kansas City in these big games, but Josh Allen just has never been able to get it done. And I don't know why. Because I look at Josh Allen, I said in my predictions video, Josh Allen is the MVP of this league. So I don't understand why his team lets him down in these situations. Josh Allen played a very good game. He had 0 turnovers. He had, a considerable amount. I don't know the exact stats. He had a good QBR, good passing stats. They just weren't able to get it done as a unit. And that's where they fell in all of these playoff games that they've lost to the Chiefs. It's about playing as a team, and they do that for most of the game, and then when in these crucial moments, like that 4th and inches where Josh Allen just wasn't able to get past the first down marker, I mean, that wasn't his fault. He did everything that he could on that, but it was also just the greatness of the Chiefs defense coming up in clutch. But man, I have major respect for Josh Allen, and I think that one of these days, once the Chiefs have a down year, that Josh Allen will go win a Super Bowl, and I'll honestly be happy for him because after the Chiefs three-peat this year, there's going to be no question who's the best quarterback in the AFC. It would take so long to flip that narrative. So I'm glad that that's going to happen. I'm delusional. Just kill me. Anyway, side note, Samaje Perine, Bengals player. I think he just got on the team this past year. Sends the Chiefs to the Super Bowl. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. Fuck you, Bengals fans. Bills fans, congratulations for being here, but we all knew this was going to happen. Anyways, y'all have a nice day. I can't wait for the Super Bowl.